Hello. This session is about solving equations with fractions. We are talking specifically about two types of equations. One is like x on 2 plus 1 equal to 3, and the other one is x plus 3 all over 2 divided by all over 2, equal to 5. So here your fraction is only x is your numerator, but here x plus or minus a number is your numerator. That is the difference between them. We will learn by the end of this session how to solve these equations and also how to solve this type of equations, both of them. All right, before doing that, we got to look at what has happened to x, so we end up with the left-hand side of the equation. That's the left-hand side of the equation. This is the right-hand side of the equation, which is 3. So we are talking about this, and we want to see what has happened to x. So we have ended up with x on 2 plus 1. Okay, what has happened? X has been divided by 2 first. Remember, fraction means dividing. X has been divided by 2, then 1 has been added to that. So two things have happened to x. One is that it's been divided by 2, then 1 has been added to that. We got to undo it in a way that we undo the last operation first. In this case, 1 has been added as the last operation, so we undo it by taking away 1. Once you take away 1, and that 1 is gone now, but you're taking away 1 also from this side because you got to do the same thing to both sides, so that becomes 2. So you're going to have x on 2 is equal to 2, and now from here, so I've shown it here. So first you get rid of 1 because that's the last operation that has happened by subtracting 1, because here we are adding 1. So undo it and do the same to the right hand side. Now 3 take away 1 is 2, and x on 2 plus 1 minus 1. The whole purpose is to get rid of this 1. We've done it. So we've got only x on 2 left on the left hand side. Alright, then we see what has happened to x here. X has been divided by 2. Undo it because we want to go back to x. Division by 2, dividing by 2. Its opposite operation is times by 2. So you times by 2. But you got to do the same with the other side. So 2 times 2 is 4, and now x has been divided by 2 and you timesing it by 2. So you get rid of division because you times by 2. Now you got only x. So x equal to x equal to 4 is your solution. Okay, and what about the other type of equation we talked at the start? Unlike the other one, the first one which we looked at it was x over 2, x over a number only. Here you have x plus a number then divided by 2, or x could be minus a number then divided by 2, or anything like that. So basically here we have only one fraction, one big fraction on the left hand side. What has happened to x here? First, x has been times by 3, then the whole thing has been divided by 2. That's the operation that has been done. X has been added, 3 has been added to x first, then the whole thing has been divided by 2. So the last operation was dividing by 2. We got to get rid of that. All right, here we've got an equation, x plus 3 on 2 equal to 5. I need undo division by 2 because that was the last operation. As we said, first 3 has been added, then divided by 2. Opposite of dividing by 2, times by 2, times by 2. But you got to do it to the other side as well. So 5 times 2 is going to be 10, and on this one you will get rid of the 2 because x plus 3 has been divided by 2. Now you times in by 2, you're undoing it. So you end up with x plus 3. So x plus 3 equal to 10. What has happened to x? 3 has been added. Undo it. Take away 3 from this. So that will give you x, but you got to take away 3 from the other side, and that means x equal to 10 minus 3 is 7. So x equal to 3 is your solution. Once you get on your left hand side x only left, and whatever you have on your right hand side is your solution. Okay, 2 examples specifically. They're asking us solve p over 3 minus 5 equal to 4. What has happened to p? P first has been divided by 3, then 5 has been taken away. So the last thing that has happened, 5 has been taken away. We got to do the opposite of that, which is adding 5. All right, I write the equation here again, the same equation here. I'm adding 5. And that minus 5 and plus 5, they will go away. Then you end up with just p on 3 equal to 4 plus 5 is 9. Now what has happened to p here? Has been divided by 3. Undo it by timesing it by 3. So times by 3 and times the other side also by 3. You get 27. 9 times 3 is 27. And that divided by 3 and times by 3, they cancel out. You end up with p. So p equal to 27 is your solution. Another example. Q minus 5 over 4 equal to 3. What has happened to Q? First 5 has been taken away, then divided by 4. So we got to undo the last operation, which is division by 4 first. And undoing division by 4 is timesing by 4. So we write the equation here again, times it by 4. That 4 timesing by this 4 will get rid of this 4 in the denominator. But you got to times the other side also by 4. So you get 3 times 4 equal to 12, and q minus 5 on your left hand side, because this times in by 4 get rid of this 4 in the denominator. Alright, q minus 5 is equal to 12. What happened to q? 5 has been taken away from that. So undo it by adding 5, by doing the opposite operation. 5 has been taken away, you add 5. But here also on the right hand side, you got to add 5. So 12 plus 5 is 17, and q minus 5 plus 5, that 5 will go away, and you end up with q, because q, once you take away 5, then you're adding 5. So that means you get back to q. Thanks for your attention.